Good morning students, class 11. In the previous video or lesson, we did the summary of the poem The Voice of the Rain, written by Walt Whitman, and here we are going to start line by line explanation of this poem, The Voice of the Rain. So here it goes like this. And who art thou? First of all, this is a word, old-fashioned word. This is old-fashioned word which means you. In earlier times, people, or especially related to literature, like poets, dramatists, they used this word, thou. And in many poems, you will see this word. Said I to the I. Who is I? Walt Whitman. I. Walt Whitman. To the soft falling shower. Soft falling shower means rain. I told you rain. I connected it to the rain. So, and who art thou? So here the poet asks a question to the rain, that who are you? And which, strange to tell, gave me an answer. So the poet was feeling very surprised or very strange that to him, me means to him. Here me is Walt Whitman, an answer. So the rain gave an answer to the poet as here translated. So here these lines, here he translates what was responded by the rain, and the rain starts saying, I am the poem of earth, because rain takes birth in the land. And said the voice of the rain, so eternal I rise impalpable. Impalpable means unable to feel or unable to be felt by touching. So here, I am the poem of earth, said the voice of the rain, eternal, infinite. Here eternal means infinite. Infinite, and infinite actually it has been used metaphorically, which means sky. So I rise, again I rise, which means to go up, rise like the sun rises. So to go upward, to go upward, out of the land and the bottomless sea. So here the sea has been described as bottomless, so it is a figure of speech, that is hyperbole. Hyperbole, you have done it in class 10. So see, how can sea be bottomless? You know, because the water is standing in the sea, and if it is bottomless, then you cannot see water. So bottomless sea, it is hyperbole. Eternal I rise impalpable. Impalpable, I told you, that is unable to be felt by touching. So the rain takes birth out of the land, because in the summary also I told you that how rain takes birth. It is the process of evaporation and condensation. By evaporation we cannot see actually water, that it is going up, but definitely that process of evaporation, through evaporation it goes up, and from the bottomless sea. So here, upward to heaven. Heaven here again it is metaphorically used, it is sky. S-K-Y, sky. Whence, vaguely. Vaguely means roughly or unclearly. Unclear. Unclear. Formed, because one cannot see how rain gets formed. Altogether changed and yet the same. Altogether changed. Here, if you see, this is in this line actually, here is a poetic device, that is antithesis. because when it changed and still it is same. So these two words, changed and same, changed and same, so these two words are almost opposite, because one thing it is changed and still it is same, so it is antithesis. Antithesis. So here I descend and yet the same, because how rain says this, upward to heaven, when rain goes up vaguely, that is existing but not very clear, formed, it gets formed, altogether changed and yet the same, because if you see there is water in the sea, that river, or in we notice this, and this water rises up but we cannot see water rising, and so it changes its form and then it comes down. Suppose this is a picture and of a river and this is water. So when sun, with the help of sun's warmth, it goes up, evaporation, and then rain comes down after completing its cycle. So it was antithesis. Now when water in the process of evaporation changes its form, again it becomes same, because we see water on the land and then in the process of evaporation it goes up, but we cannot see the water is going up, but definitely it goes up with in the process of evaporation, and later on it comes down in the form of rain. So it gets changed and still it's same. So this is, so now I descend to lave the draughts. I descend to lave the draught. Descend means to come down. Come down. So I descend to lave the draught. So lave means wash. Wash. Because when it rains, then it washes the draughts. Draughts means dryness, atoms, dust layers of the globe. So here globe means earth, because you know that globe is a model of earth, so here globe is metaphorically used, it is earth. And I come down to wash the draughts, because when it rains, all the dryness, the farmers are very happy, all the birds are very happy, all the atoms are very happy, and the dust layer settle down, and there is the freshness, there is all around, and all that in them without me were seeds only, and all that in them without me here, rain, were seeds only. Now we come to the process of growing crops and then harvesting and all these things. So without me, and all that in them without me were seeds only. So seeds, because farmers, what they do, they put up the seeds into the ground and then they wait for the rain. Only latent, here is the word latent. Latent means inactive. Now this is inactive, because till it rains they become inactive, but when it rains they get water, they become active and unborn. Actually they are not born yet, but when it rains they are born. Then the process of planting, then leaves, then they become trees, and all the environment, there is freshness all around. So, and forever by day and night I give back life to my own origin. So here forever by day and night. So the process of rain, it goes on. Here it is, not only limited with the day and night, means here it is connected with the all the time. So all the time when it rains, it gives back life to my own origin. So what is the origin of rain? Earth. And make pure and beautify it. And what is the job of the rain? It makes pure and beautifies the environment, the earth. Now, for song issuing from its birthplace. Now, it is the feeling of the poet. Come to the feeling. For song issuing from its birthplace. This is a song because when it rains, it produces sound. And this sound, it gets generated from the earth, and that is the birthplace of the rain. After fulfillment and after completing its cycle or circle, here you can connect it with both the words. One is circle and one is cycle. Wandering. Wandering means roaming, because sometimes it rains in some particular area, and in some other time it rains in some other area, so it wanders. And wrecked or unwrecked, yes, it is very important. Wrecked or unwrecked. Wrecked means cared, and unwrecked means uncared. So whether somebody cares it or doesn't care. So duly. So duly means rightly or properly. Rightly. So here the poet draws a parallel between the rain and the music, as both have rhythm. When it rains, there is a sound, and when it gives happiness, a song also gives happiness. So the poet creates a match between the rain and the song, as the target of these both things is same, because a song also gives happiness to its listeners. In the same way, the rain gives happiness to all the environment, and then the song with its completing happiness returns to the singer. In the same way, the singer is very happy. So here the writer or the poet describes us that after completing its cycle or circle, the rain returns to the earth. Returns. Love returns. So love returns of the song. So here love returns for the rain. So in the same manner, the rain also gives us happiness. It takes birth from the land, and then it comes down in the land. So this was your whole poem. I hope you have understood it. Thank you.